Yeah, damn it, yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the One Shot Killers podcast. I am your host, hardcore icon, Brandon Scott Newton, with your co-host, the king of bong style, JoJo Valdano. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing great, my brother. How are you doing? It looks like you're doing
man.
great with that joint in your hand. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I got a new lounge. I got a glass table that I got the iPad sitting on. I'm on a couch, actually.
MVP,
I can actually. Yes, sir. RVD.
Straight up
RVD.
ballin'.
So bro, literally I have my own lounge in my garage now just for me to smoke.
Is MVP there with you?
No, but he should be. All right.
One, two.
You know what?
I'd be ticking. Tick tock.
Talk. You gotta stop, bro. Hold on, wait. 1, 2. You hear the clock ticking. Tick tock. You're about to stop living. Tick tock. I want you to remember me. Tick tock. But the day ain't got no memory. I'm coming.
Nobody can stop me. Nobody can control me.
Bro, I missed that MVP, bro.
Straight up ballin'.
And I was watching some old Shelton Benjamin today at work, bro. I'm like, how the fuck was this guy never WWE champion? I was watching WrestleMania 22. And same thing with 21. It's the same thing with every ladder match he was in. And really, if you go back from about 2003 to 2008, everything he was in was fucking gold.
The Money in the Bank 2008, he fell off the ladder and went right through a ladder, which I was there and seen that.
That's just crazy, bro. You got to you've seen some crazy shit over the years.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It really is. But, bro, honestly, before we smoke, because I do want to smoke to start the show off, I just want to give this show tonight Impact this show deserves a clapping. Because this show was great. Like, this Chicago crowd was awesome. Like, they were just loud for every match, made it all feel special. And, like, I'm loving Impact, bro. I truly am.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, man, like, it's becoming one of my favorite weeks. Like, Thursday nights, Impact, I'm telling you, bro, it's a must-see show every week.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't get to see most of the show. I got to see half of the women's tag, and I got to see the Deanna and Trinity promo. So, literally.
What'd you think about that?
Not even maybe the first hour of the show. I thought it was pretty good. Fucking Trinity came out and she was cutting her promo about how during Chicago, the same building she debuted in, and how at a time, she was really lost and she thought she was going to walk away from wrestling forever. And then you hear the whole crowd, no.
Thankfully, she didn't, bro. She's so talented. And
then she goes, but then I came here and now I'm more found than ever. And Deanna Purrazzo comes out talking her shit, being like, look, you're not the only person to come in here and win the title on your first shot. But you know what? I did too. But here's the difference. I didn't quit when I came over here.
That place, dude, that building oohed. Like, I was like, damn, you just owned Trinity. But then she owned her right back.
Right, because you hear the whole crowd chanting, you tapped out. You tapped out. You tapped out. And fucking Trinity goes exactly what they said. You tapped out to me, and you're going to do it again. And I forget what the next pay-per-view is called.
Emergency? No, not emergency.
It was a weird name, man.
Emergence. Something like that. I think.
Emergence. Yeah. That's what it was.
But man, I'm looking forward to these two going at it again. But this tag team match, I know it's the coexist type of crap, which I'm not a big fan of. But the match itself, bro.
Why are you not a big? Okay, why are so many fans not a fan of the can they coexist stuff? I actually always kind of dig it.
Sometimes I can be okay with it, but man, there's just times that it's in every company. It's in WWE. They do it all the time. AEW does it a lot. And now Impact.
I mean, I know they just did it with MJF and Adam Cole.
Yeah, it works sometimes, but then there's times I'm like, I just don't want to see them teaming with their opponent every time. But then
okay, so let me ask you this, because here's a good question for you, JoJo. What's the difference in the way that AEW has done it with MJF and Adam Cole, and the way that maybe WWE did it, and the way Impact did it tonight?
Well, the difference with MJF and Cole is it kind of worked for them. Like, it worked more from them because they're not, like, they were enemies at first, but then now they're more friends. But Trinity and Deanna, they're not really, like, they're friends-ish, but it's not the same as MJF and Cole. But then the same thing with Charlotte and Bianca. Why are they teaming up when they absolutely hate each other?
That I don't know, and I also want to know why is Asuka still on the back burner in her own title feud?
Bro, honestly, I'm not even excited for that match because Asuka's an afterthought. Bianca and Charlotte, I don't care for. Both have their moments. This is not.
I got a feeling Charlotte's winning the title.
Yeah, I already told you, bro. Charlotte's gonna win that title, and Io's gonna cash in and take it and make her a 15-time champion to then go to a 16-time.
And that's what I'm afraid of, man.
It's happening, bro. Unfortunately.
Hey, brothers. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing, good brother? Let's see. 3 shows. Friday Night SmackDown, SummerSlam, and AEW.
Yes, sir, man.
That's fucking crazy. Man, that's all.
Wrestling's delivering these days with just so much stuff.
It is, but it's almost becoming too much. Like, all right, so Mondays you've got to sit through 3 hours of Raw. And then Tuesday there's nothing. Wednesday Dynamite. Thursday Impact. Friday SmackDown. And Saturday Collision. And well, this Saturday too, I think they got SummerSlam.
Yeah, but I'll be watching both of them.
Which I don't know how you're going to watch both. I'm going to be honest with you now. I'm probably going to skip Collision and watch SummerSlam.
I got 2 TVs already prepared. I'm not missing Collision, bro. That's a must-see show that has become one of my favorites of the week, and I'm not even that excited for SummerSlam. So I need something else to be looking forward to.
True. I don't know. I'd rather watch WWE if I had to choose between Collision or SummerSlam.
If the Collision card didn't look great, I wouldn't be watching it. But there's CM Punk and Ricky has my interest. FTR's on the show. The Acclaimed, and then some other stuff. But,
I mean, they got a few good talent. Don't get me wrong, but it's SummerSlam, bro.
I can watch both. I got 2 eyes. I got to review them.
That's true. That is true.
But I do want to talk more about this tag match because you did see it, right?
I seen half of it.
Well, basically the ending was Trinity was going to hit Taylor Wilde, and she ducked and she kicked Deanna, and then pushed her into or then she did her Taylor Wilde did her finisher on Deanna, pinned her 1, 2, 3. And they got their win, which I'm a big fan of the Coven with Taylor Wilde and.
Did you just say COVID?
Coven, not the COVID.
Oh.
Kylan King, that's her name, bro. That's who I've been trying to tell you, the redhead.
Oh yeah, she was kind of hot.
Yeah, she's good though in the ring.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, fun tag team match. But I know what you want to do, tag team brother. It's time.
Oh! I know what you want to tag team, brother.
No, I know what you want to do, tag team partner, brother.
I think I know what you mean. You want to smoke?
We got to do the double clothesline, bro.
Hit her with that double clothesline. She would say, yeah.
Yeah.
But... Oh, all right, but it is that smoke time, bro. I got a half a joint with your name on it. Yeah. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my.
All right. See what Mr. Jordan said. Who wants to see Finn Balor versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman? MJF.
I would.
You know what you do, brother? Just imagine this one. 2015 NXT Finn Balor against like 2020. I'm going to say this. I know MJF's good now, but a 2022 MJF against a 2015 Finn Balor,
Ooh,
perfect.
that'd be awesome.
Peak babyface, peak heel.
Uh,
See. How is everything going with you, bros? I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Just got off work. How about you, bro?
It's been a good day. It's been a good day. How about you, Jordan?
Hell yeah, I'm glad you're having a good day, bro. And Jordan, I hope you're having a good day. And I'm blessed. I had tacos and I went walking too.
Hell
Man,
yeah, brother.
tacos can make any day better.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Honestly, man, it's kind of crazy because I've been talking about tacos with Leah every time she gets high, and so the fact that he had tacos, that's hilarious. Because like the last 2 or 3 days in a row, I was like, you know what'd sound good right now? And she goes, what? And I'm like, tacos.
Tacos are great, bro. Especially
Mhm.
crunchy tacos.
Oh, bro, I know, like the fucking Doritos Locos
Oh,
tacos.
I'm gonna get myself hungry.
You know. See, bros, Brandon, I thought the same thing. It's too much wrestling nowadays. I miss the good old days, Mondays and Thursdays, WWF, WCW, Monday Nitro, and Thunder nowadays, just everything. Bro, I miss simply just having Raw and SmackDown.
I don't mind it, truthfully.
I
I
watch
really
two
don't.
shows. Like, be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be real. I miss only having 2 shows a week. Because when I
I'm
did
glad we
watch,
got more. I'm really happy, man.
I'm not. Because when I used to watch those two
So,
shows a
so
week,
you just want to watch Raw and SmackDown nowadays? How bad it would be, bro? You gotta be thankful.
no. What I'm telling you is I don't want to watch like Raw and SmackDown necessarily. What I am telling you is that there's too fucking much, and I don't want to watch it every day. The best part about what Monday and Friday was after Monday Night Raw, I had to wait till Friday to see more. Fucking the best part about Friday Night SmackDown was I had to wait till Monday to see more, and it kept me wanting to watch more. Now there's just so much fucking shit. It's like, maybe if I miss this or miss that, I'm not hurting me.
I'm glad for it though, because how the WWE is now. I'm glad I got 2 other companies to go to.
And I
Because
mean, the other companies are doing good. Like, don't think I'm shitting on like AEW or nothing like that. I'm just saying like there's so much
I agree.
can't keep up with it.
I agree. I just like I said, I'm just happy that I have 2 other promotions to watch and get away from the company that just is just too much, man.
And I agree. I feel like just watching. I did because I watched this past week's Raw. I watched SmackDown. I watched. I didn't see. I don't know. Maybe I seen Collision. I know I seen Dynamite for sure. Honestly, fucking Dynamite, I thought really killed it compared to WWE. This is just my opinion. And everybody's entitled to their own. But I honestly thought that AEW was killing it compared to WWE. And so, I'm not just saying like I only want Raw and SmackDown. I'm just saying like I don't want Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Rampage, Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan, because I love all of them. It's just so much on one person to watch in a 7-day week.
I'm not invested with those other shows. If they had good stuff going on, I'd be like I said, man. Good wrestling is good wrestling, but there's just a few shows I'd rather pick. Like I said, Raw,
So,
SmackDown are my shows with
what are those
Dynamite.
go? What are those go-to shows? Like, if you're looking at the 7-day week, Monday through Sunday, what is the go-to day of the week? Like, this shit ain't gonna let you down.
There's 3 days. Today, yesterday, which was Wednesday, and then Saturday.
Okay.
Those
And
are the
so
most exciting 3 days that I know I'm
if,
gonna at
if
least
you
look
had,
forward.
now, hypothetical, because I know you're going to watch Raw and SmackDown regardless, but hypothetical, if you were to stop watching WWE and you had Dynamite, Impact, Collision, would you be fine?
Yeah, because at least I know
Right.
I'm not gonna be disappointed because I got good stuff. AEW's doing good stories now, and Impact is doing good stories. So
Yes.
I'm happy with that because I got my wrestling and I got my stories. But WWE, man, I love them, but it's just
See,
hard
here's the
to.
thing. WWE has the talent.
They
They've
just don't
always
care.
had talent. Exactly. And really, it's one guy. It's really one guy who does
It's
not.
me, pal, Vinny.
Yeah. And as long as Vince is sitting there in office, you're never going to see a change in Raw. I don't care if Triple H is there, Stephanie is there, Nick Khan sucking Vince's dick. Fucking nothing is going to change until the day Vince McMahon dies.
Unfortunately, bro, that's the sad truth. But what CM Punk said was the truth.
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
this company will be better after Vince McMahon's dead.
but then the fact of the matter is, it will get ran by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law.
And guess who was right? That's crazy. That is
He
crazy.
didn't die, but if you think about it, how people view being canceled, being canceled is dying to the internet. Your fame has died. Like if all right, so Kanye said some real fucked up shit a while back, right? And you know the Jews are God's chosen people. Fucking, he went on a whole big fucking thing making fun of Jews and shit, and he lost over like $6 million from being canceled. Well, fucking Vince McMahon, like I said, this man has a get out of jail free card for everything.
He does.
When the scandals came out about Vince McMahon, though he had to retire for a little bit, and he didn't retire because of nothing else. He retired because of the scandals. But though that happened, the minute he retired, WWE stock went up. And then fucking not only that, when he comes back, regardless of how he came back, he sold WWE for $9 billion. And now he has a position of power till the day he dies. So you have increased your stock, you have increased your wallet's amount, and you have more power off from fucking over literally everybody that's ever been involved with you.
Vince. But honestly, bro, I don't want to talk about Vince and the WWE because it's not about them tonight. It's about my impact that made me a lot more happier than this go home show I watched. If I'm being honest.
And I agree with you, Jordan, and I agree with you too, bro. Because Impact was good, and I want to get into Impact, but I just had to say that. I don't know why the fuck that shit came to my mind again, but it
I
did.
agree. I'm with you. I'm glad you said it. Like I said, it just to
And
me.
y'all bros okay at the smoking? Of course, man. Of course. You know, there's always time to smoke. All right. Like honestly, I want to give y'all something. So, for the last 100 or so years, weed has not been allowed to be tested on. So, you ever hear how, oh, we can't say that weed cures this or that, there's not enough testing. You know, in the 1930s, the LaGuardia report said that weed was tested and that it doesn't make you a rapist, a killer, or none of that shit that they were putting in the news as fake propaganda. It said it inspires adequacy. It makes you feel very adequate and it makes you feel good about yourself. And because a guy, there was a bunch of like ignorant racist white fuckers who were trying to get weed like illegal at the time. Well, this one guy said, "Hey, if I'm going to spend money and resources arresting people for this, I want to see how bad it is." Well, they go, "Here you go. Here's some weed. Try it out. See how it goes." And when he did this report, LaGuardia, he did this report. He found out that what everybody was saying about weed and how horrible it is, it's not. He said that it makes you feel good about yourself. So it's like, and it doesn't cause any crime, any raping, or anything like that. Because that's what they were saying in the news, that it makes you a murderer, it makes you want to do this, this, and this. But then I got to thinking about this too. 4,000 years before Christ, the ancient Chinese had a medical book, a 50, and in this medical book were 50 sacred herbs, and these herbs were known for healing. One of the 50 was cannabis. And then in the Hindu culture, the Egyptian culture, in the 1800s, we were using it as an oil for curing diseases and shit. Um, and then now, you know what I mean, in 2023, it's like, honestly, sometimes I think about it, bro, and I'm like, weed really is the best shit that was ever invented. Like, you can't on it, and there are still people that sit around and because I hear them coming to my job now that weed's legal here in Minnesota. You hear a lot of people going, "Oh, I don't want that drug shit coming in and all that." It's not a drug; it's a plant. To make something, to me, a drug is something that has to be man-made. You got to make it.
I'll never call it a drug, man. It'll
Weed
always
is
be a plant.
Exactly, because you don't do nothing to it. It just grows that way. And it just so happens when you light it on fire, some cool
It
shit
gets you
happens.
high.
Exactly. And, and that's where people, they just make me laugh. Um, but yeah, no, it was just funny. I'm not sure about all this drug shit. What drug? What drug are we talking about?
Not weed, because I don't know what they're fucking talking about.
Exactly. And I'm curious about the Judgment Day of the Money in the Bank. See, I want to know what's. See, now, if we're going to mention this real quick, the only thing I'm going to say about this is I think Joe's right. I think Joe's been right. Finn Balor is probably going to beat Seth Rollins, and Damian Priest is going to cash in on Finn Balor.
Boo. I swear.
I'm just going to say that and say that JoJo was 100% right.
Yeah, I hope I'm not, but yeah. But I want to get into Impact, man.
All right, bet. And I'm going to have you talk about most of it, bro, because like I said, I only got to see half of that woman's tag, and then I was with customers until I left.
We still also got to give our predictions for SummerSlam. That's why I want to get through this, to be honest.
Oh, bet. So then I'll let you talk about Impact. I'm going to sit here with my mic off, shut up, and smoke. And then, because I don't want to talk about something I obviously didn't see. And then I'll come back for the SummerSlam predictions.
All right, brother. Stoner. But yeah. So Alan Angels took on Heath Slater, the one-man band. In a really good, fun match with the crowd from Chicago just going crazy. There was a chant of "He's got kids, he's got kids," and Alan Angel was like, "I don't give a shit about his kids." I laughed my ass off at that, man. But yeah, fun little match.
That was like that big beastie boy saying, "I don't give a shit about your fucking kids." You remember that?
His face though when he said that, like, dude, it was funny. But my boy Heath Slater took the win. You know, like I said, this was a fun match. The crowd was into it. Alan Angel was great.
What?
And yeah, my boy Heath Slater got the win. The one-man band.
He's just a one-man band.
So good though. He's one of my favorites. But Jake something was in the ring next, and he beat a jobber, which I don't know if you know who Jake something is. He's one of my. He's a newer wrestler, but he's big, dude. He's like a muscular dude, but he's very talented.
Jake something.
That's his name, Jake something.
What the fuck?
He literally he beat the shit out of this one jobber, dude, and like his chant was, "Who am I?" And they said something.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, "Who am I?"
No, Keith Lee.
Damn, Keith Lee.
No, but Jake something, bro. You need to look him up. Watch the clips for Impact, because this dude is a monster beast, and he destroyed this little jobber. I don't even know his name. I call him a jobber because he lasted like 2 minutes and got his ass whooped. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2
minutes. Squashed him. Jake something. Jake something.
Jake something. Jake something.
No, but he is really good though. That's his name though, Jake something, and he's gonna be something. Yeah.
What's he gonna be? A table? Because his life's more broken than a wrestling table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Oh.
And then we get into a triple threat digital media championship match with
Yeah.
my boy Kenny King, Joe Hendry, which has the crowd. The crowd loves this dude. Literally, I see them going like this in the audience, literally just going like this. So many people.
Fuck
And then
yeah.
of course Yuya, who's another Japanese wrestler. He's very talented. This was an awesome match, bro. These three guys are so good. I wasn't as familiar with the digital championship, but this title is actually, it's got something to it because these guys went for it and they delivered a triple threat banger. Yeah.
After banger. After banger.
After banger. No, but
Yes,
seriously,
sir.
Joe Hendry is over with this crowd, bro. They were literally, we believe in Joe Hendry. We believe
really?
in Joe Hendry.
That's crazy.
Seriously, Chicago was lit. Like, they were on fire for this match. Like,
Oh, I know Chicago's lit, bro. You go over there, bro. You can get some good fucking weed over there.
for real, man. We got some good wrestling there too tonight.
Fuck
Chicago
yeah.
is always the best town to get wrestling. They are just loud and
Chicago's just it, man.
that's why all these companies go there so much. Impact goes there so much. AEW for sure, and then WWE.
Like to me, Chicago, Orlando, New York.
Agreed, man. Agreed. But Kenny King retains his championship, and like I said, a really good triple threat. These three guys delivered a great match. I'm looking forward to the next digital title match because I actually am a fan of that title. I thought at first it was kind of lame, but they've won me over with it.
Fuck yeah. And see, I love tacos, and I have Taco Bell next door. God is good. Yeah.
Taco Bell is good.
Back in the day, only had 2 shows. Was super epic. Too much wrestling. Too much going on. NXT. If they need to cancel NXT, yeah. If they canceled NXT right now, I would not care. Like honestly, bro, all those little side shows like main event and shit. That's the shit that can go away. Because guess what? If you're not focused on all this other dumb shit, you're fine. You got 2 things to focus on: Raw, SmackDown.
4 years ago, if you would have told me I would say NXT would want gone, I'd be sad and I would probably tell you no. But now, after what I've seen it 4 years later, I just wouldn't care, bro. Unless if they get it back to where it was, which I don't believe they ever will.
They won't.
But if they did, then I could give it a try. But I've tried it like 3 times. I've tried to give this show a chance. And it's not exciting to me. So I'm not watching it.
I feel that, brother. I feel that.
Impact delivers better than Ring of Honor and NXT. Like, I'm being straight up honest, bro. Like, Impact has become one of my favorite absolute shows, and they are like the older NXT. I feel because like it's the smaller crowd and like indie wrestling really. So it's NXT, but
it doesn't.
I love it.
The game. You know what's funny? If Triple H and Stephanie would just speak up to Vince and tell him exactly what it is, we probably would have a much better WWE.
Like Shane and Stephanie both have walked away and left the company, and
Triple H is still there.
Yeah, I don't get why he can't just say, "Hey, it's neither you're gonna let me run this shit, or I'm out of here." Like,
it's not that easy.
kind of is though. He has all that money,
No,
bro. He has tons of money.
He has tons of money, bro, but it ain't that easy. This is, you look at it from just, I have money, I can go start another company or something else. What you're missing is, this is where I've spent the last 30 years of my fucking life. Everything I know is here. My wife, my family, my kids, my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, they all come from this one company. My best friend comes from this one company. There's not a thing you can do that does not involve that company. And so in the case of a Triple H, I don't think it's as simple as you just walk away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that. Like I said though, but I just feel like the dude can do it. Like I get that, I do, but sometimes what Vince is doing, bro, he's killing this guy's creations and all this shit. I
No,
just
this
don't
agree
know.
with.
I just don't know if I can deal with it. I want Triple H either to grow a pair or to just say something. Like he just sits there and then he'll tell us, "Be patient about LA Knight," and I don't know if I believe him. Like I know he's on the match on Saturday, but it's just a thrown away battle royal.
Right, and that's basically all it is. It's like, so even if he wins, what does it really mean?
Is he gonna win? Remember Cesaro who won a battle royal? What happened
Yeah,
to him,
the
bro?
first
Nothing.
wasn't it like the first or the second Andre?
It was the first. It was the biggest one of all, and nothing happened. He became a Paul Heyman guy and went nowhere.
And see, here's the thing. This is the blessing and the curse. Obviously, you look at Brock Lesnar before the Shriek. Let's be honest, he was just a glorified mid Carter. He lost in every fucking thing, but because he's Brock Lesnar, he'll be featured in everything. And fucking, he didn't really get over until beating the Undertaker. And then he became the Brock Lesnar that kicks everyone's asses. And
Yeah.
fuck. So I'd have to almost tell you that in some ways, it kind of like, Cesaro, it fucked him over, right? Because the only thing we're talking about is Lesnar beating the Shriek. But also, it kind of helped Brock because, like, look at what he was doing before. Look at what he's doing now. Well, maybe not now, but you know what he did. It's kind of like you kind of go, okay, in some ways that makes sense. It sucks because it is Cesaro and he is so over, and there was time and 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 time again to push him. But fucking that instance, being with Paul Heyman should have helped him, but because of the Shriek, it kind of hurt him.
I agree. I agree. Sure.
Let's see. I hope not. God bless Vince McMahon. We want him to live and retire, stay home for good. I agree. I don't wish death upon nobody. I want him out the company. But
I
even
want
as
him away from this business, dude.
and Vince, but here's the thing, and this is why I hate him. This is not just a character. Vince
He
is
isn't,
not just a character. He is himself, and he is,
unfortunately.
and I mean, and that's the thing with Vince too, is it's like he will always have a get out of jail free card, and I think it's simply because he's Vince McMahon. Because, like, let's be honest, if he didn't have the money and the power and the influence that he does, he would be arrested because if you're coming out with several rape allegations and all this shit, most people would be arrested for life. Vince
Not
McMahon,
Vince.
Vince McMahon gets away with it because guess what? His name is Vince McMahon.
Yeah. But I want to get the last two things about Impact out really quick so we can talk about SummerSlam.
Okay.
It was the Rascals taking on Speedball Bailey and Jonathan Gresham for it's in a tag team tournament round, the first round match. And this was a really fun final match of the night before the ending, which was an Eric Young video thing, which was cool. But this tag team match with the Rascals, bro, I love the Rascals. They've become one of my favorite tag teams on this show.
Hell yeah.
And Jonathan Gresham's awesome, and Speedball Bailey, bro. Speedball Bailey is so good, and these guys all delivered.
Facts. I actually do like Speedball. He's cool as shit.
For real, man.
And he impressed me last week when I watched too.
Fun match though. The Rascals got the win because those are my boys. They do.
Oh,
I love how they do this.
Oh, sure, that shit's kind of funny. Kind of reminds me of Pretty Deadly a little bit. Because think about it. They do the same shit where they're like,
I never see them do that.
they do it all the time. The one blonde guy, he's always like this.
Oh, then see, all these companies do that.
And bros, back in the day, the nineties weed was serious of the law, and it's all good. Government says, so that's sad. Here's okay. Ooh, I this needs to be an episode of itself. It really fucking does. Um, so the war on drugs and weed. The reason why weed was such a serious crime was because fucking since the 30s they had been trying to outlaw it. They fully got it done around the time of the 70s in the Nixon campaign. But simply in the let's say this in the early 1800s, weed in America was still being used. It was not being smoked like it is today. It was used in tincture and oil drops. Like those little droplets under the tongue and shit. Fucking, that's how they were taking their cannabis. And it was used as a medicine. And it even said, because they got it from the Native Americans, Indian cannabis sativa, Indian cannabis indica. You can look up the bottles. Well, fucking around the time that Mexicans started to come into America, they were smoking weed, and they called it marijuana. Not marijuana with a J, marijuana with a H. And so this is the first time that Americans would see cannabis smoked. Even though I don't know how, because cultures all over the world, the Hindus and the Egyptians and shit, they were already smoking it, but that's a whole nother deal. So, anyways, fucking, the U.S. government was really racist, all right? And they hated Mexicans and they hated black people. And then around the 70s, they hated hippies. And because they could not make it illegal to be of a certain race, and they could not make it illegal to be a hippie, they wanted to outlaw those groups and to villainize them. So the U.S. government, they did all these campaigns to make weed look like it would turn you into a murderer, a rapist, fucking make you lose your mind like you're on LSD, and fucking they also put drugs into urban communities. And once again, it was to vilify those communities. Like, have you ever wondered this? Why coke and crack are the same chemical makeup, but coke you do not get as much trouble in, and coke is known as a rich man's drug, where crack is not. It's usually a poor man's, but they're the same fucking shit, but you get more time for crack. The U.S. government did this on purpose. On purpose. And they wanted to destroy those communities. And then with forced low income pay, we know about women. They also did this to minorities. And fucking over time, they just slowly turned everybody against weed. They were poisoning the weed that came from Mexico. You can look it up. It's called paraquat pot. Paraquat is a level 1 chemical. It has no smell or taste, and what it means as a level 1, it's one of the most dangerous chemicals you can consume. It can kill you. And the DEA and the government knew about this. But guess what? They still paid Mexico to spray the cannabis fields because that's where the weed was coming from at the time into America with paraquat. They had Mexico do it because the U.S. government didn't want to get caught doing it. And once again, this has no taste or smell. You would never know it was on your weed, but they would fucking kill you with it. Fucking, when the DEA found out about this, they were fucking pissed. And there was a huge fucking scandal, and that's why Nixon stepped down. Fucking, but the damage had already been done. And then in the 80s and the 90s, it was even still very tense and very hostile. It has not been till the last 10 years that people have finally made peace with cannabis. And honestly, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every drug is good. I do not believe that. But to me, the things that naturally come of this earth cannot be bad, in my opinion. You have a endocannabinoid system in your body. What that means is that that you have receptors that naturally bind to cannabis. You don't have that with Percocets. You don't have that with Xanax. You ain't even got it with Tylenol and ibuprofen. All right, you have a endocannabinoid system. All right, if weed was not meant to be in your body, I promise you, you would not have one. All right, we know that the body naturally produces melatonin. That's why it's a supplement, and you can get it to go to sleep. All right, fucking the body also, in senses of pleasure, naturally produces DMT. DMT is like what's found in like MDMA and Molly and shit. I'm not saying go do that. I'm just saying that this is naturally produced in the body in small amounts when you're like feeling like really good, like when you just had sex with a lady friend or something. And fucking then you look at psilocybin and how people are saying now it cures depression and shit. Now that grows up from cow shit, but it's still of the earth. And so it's things like that, to some degree, that I would tell you is all right. But when you have a fucking big pharma, a billion-dollar industry passing out pills and saying, hey, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Oh, this one didn't work. Here, try this one. And if you've ever had mental health, or you're an athlete and you're dealing with injuries, or you've been hurt into a car accident, you probably know exactly what the fuck I'm saying. All right? And this is not done on without cause. Because guess what? They want you to get addicted to this shit. It's a money game. It's a business. They make money off of you being addicted.
I agree.
And so that's why, when I turned 17, bro, I was on 10 mental health medications a day. I was 17 years old, 10 medicines a day. When I turned 18, I stopped all that shit, and I'm 22 years old now. The only thing I do is smoke, and I'm in a better position in life than I ever have been. And this is without the pills.
I agree. Weed does help a lot better, because I was on pills too, and weed helped.
I mean, I know I went into a little long ass rant, but I hope I can educate y'all on this. Like, weed's not bad. We just have a lying ass government that fucking are really racist and really fucking evil. And that's why people hate weed. Like, and honestly, like, look, they just said July 26th, if y'all watch the news, Congress said we are definitively not alone in the universe, meaning that extraterrestrials are real. But how for what, hundreds of years, if not a couple decades, they said that aliens weren't real and that we're all just a bunch of crazy conspiracy theorists?
Apparently not.
And this is why I don't trust the government, man. But anyways, back to wrestling. I know I got like really off fucking track with that, and I'm probably and cocaine is a drug, Nuke from RoboCop 2. I didn't even know that was in RoboCop 2. But weed is a blessing from God. Yes, sir. Genesis 1:29. God said, I've given you every herb bearing seed. Cannabis is an herb that bears seed. Yes, sir. And I agreed with you, JoJo, about the Judgment Day. And NXT. Oh, wait. One before that. Imagine Kane. Oh, no, not Kane. Not Kane as a part of his Judgment. NXT UK was good, but they canceled it. 205 gone too. Wow. 205 only sucked. No, what's up, Devin? How you doing, buddy? I hope you're still in here. I want him gone from WWE and wrestling, period. And plus, he does not care about anybody. And if you ask him, and if you ask to do something for someone, he will never do it. And if you have an idea, he won't listen to you. Exactly, Devin.
That's Vince.
Vince don't give a fuck about us, but if you ask him, oh yeah, I listen to the fans.
He's such a liar.
Like, remember that 2018 speech, JoJo?
Yeah, I'll never forget it, man. All of them, bunch of liars.
And fucking, they all stood out there too. I think it was what, Steph, Shane, Vince,
all
and Triple.
All four. But speaking of WWE, let's talk about the SummerSlam card, brother.
SummerSlam card. Now this I expect to be pretty good. This I expect to be pretty good. Honestly, I know the build up for it has sucked ass, but the pay per view itself I think will be good.
First match, we got Logan Paul, Ricochet. Who's winning?
Honestly, should be Ricochet. But the honest answer, Logan Paul.
If Logan wins, I'm fine. Ricochet wins, I'm happy. So regardless, I'm cool because it's gonna be a great match.
Oh, I agree. I expect this to actually be up there for a match of the night candidate.
It might be the first match of the night. So
Which I think that's how you start off SummerSlam. You know what I mean?
I
That would
agree.
be a big fucking way to start the show. I'm kind of hoping that's exactly what they do. And, you know, if they just give the match, say, 20 minutes.
I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Shayna versus Ronda in an MMA match, which I got Shayna. Shayna.
See,
Shayna.
now I know WWE won't do it to a full extent, but if they just let these women go out there and beat the fuck out of
Fuck
each
other. That's all we
it would
want.
be great. But if Ronda's out on her way out, or she's going to be just stepping away for a little bit at least, Shayna Baszler needs the victory.
Shayna needs it regardless. Ronda doesn't need this. Shayna is the legit star there, and she needs to go back to being dominant, like NXT days.
I agree. And I'm kind of hoping that she does, but I'm not sure. But I do kind of want to say Shayna. I just feel like Shayna's kind of owned Ronda this whole feud.
Next up, we have Gunther, Drew McIntyre, the Intercontinental title. I want Gunther to retain.
Let's see. Oh, Gunther, Drew McIntyre. I'd say, you know, I could understand wanting Gunther, but I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. I feel like Gunther's had a great reign with the title, and he's been absolutely amazing. But I think you got to give this to Drew. It's just a shame there was not enough care to get me involved for the booking.
I want to see another Gable versus Gunther, though, because Gable has already said that if Gunther survives Drew, he wants next, which that would be a banger again, bro. A legit, actual feud with them in it, yes.
Oh, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. But here's the thing: if Drew doesn't beat him, I promise you that Gable's not.
You never know, bro. Gunther's got to break the record. He's almost there. Literally next month he'll break it.
Oh, well then fuck, you may as well just have him win.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
No, we were that close. My bad.
Yeah, it's literally next month, I believe, September. So he's close, bro. Don't break this so soon. Drew should go turn heel after. After this loss, go completely heel and change it up.
You know what I would do? Turn him heel at Survivor Series. I always feel like that's a great time. I just feel like that's what I would probably do. Samoa Joe, Cesaro, Baron Corbin, Wade Barrett, Rusev did not get any push to be the WWE champion. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, so Samoa Joe had chances, but he never won, and I think he should have. And you need Snoop Dogg on here to explain it to people.
Chisel.
I would love to have Snoop Dogg on here. Like, you don't understand. Smoking, there are probably three or four people on planet Earth I really feel like I'd love to smoke with. Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, Rob Van Dam, and I don't know.
What's the dude's name from
Tommy Chong.
Pineapple Express? What's the dude's name?
Oh, Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen. That's the dude. I swear. He's one of my favorite actors.
Oh, mine too. But for some reason, bro, Tommy Chong's up there too. But I'll add Seth Rogen in there as top 5. And Brandon, you are preaching. Woo! Yes, sir. But I'm just telling you history, man. Anything I've said, I promise you, you can go look up. It's not a conspiracy theory. All this happened, and it's proven documentation. And the only drugs that are actually good are the ones that help your health. For example, weed, sick pills, and on occasions, and cough drops, will through painkillers. I see it like this. So if you're using, like if you just had like a really bad surgery, and you're using pills for that, by all means, there is nothing wrong with that. But once your healing is done, you gotta put down the pills, because then you do spiral into addiction and shit like that. Now, cough drops, I don't know if I would even consider that a drug, but they do help, like, when your throat's sore and shit. Weed, me personally, in instances, I've seen it cure three different things. Well, four actually. So one would be seizures for me, anxiety for me, and then Tourette's for JoJo, and then cancer from my family friend's kid Riker.
It's a
And
savior.
it really is because you think about that from anxiety to cancer. You know what I mean? That I just told you, and weeds helped with that. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things to where for it all depends on how you do it. Like, you know what I mean? Pay your bills and shit first. Be responsible. Make sure your kids are taken care of if you have them. Like, there's shit you got to put first before weed, of course. But like, if all your bills are paid, you're good for the week, and your family's got what they need, and you decide like, hey, my back's been hurting or some shit, I'm gonna go buy like a quad. There's nothing wrong with that.
I agree with that. I agree. But our next match is Cody and Brock. I got Cody.
And cough drops, and I'm gonna go with Cody. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I just feel like the American roller coaster is the greatest thing to ever happen to professional wrestling. And I'm
The
telling you, bro, he's
the
gonna.
Fiend will return. I swear. I think the Fiend is
Uh,
returning to attack Cody, bro.
I promise you, he's not.
What if
And
he does?
if he does, it would be okay until Cody wins and everybody cries. But
That's the only reason I don't want it to happen.
exactly, exactly.
But
Like
I have
this,
a
this
bad
is why
feeling.
I personally hate Bray Wyatt. All right, if you put him in a feud with anybody, and Bray Wyatt loses, everybody's gonna be like, "But Bray,
Because he needs to
Bray."
win, but his booking has been just awful.
I'm just saying, bro. People cry like all the fucking time, bro. Like I love Bray too. Don't get me wrong, but it's a give and take business. You win some, you lose some. Now Bray Wyatt's case, and
You buried some, you buried more.
yeah, Bray just got fucked, but he can't beat everybody. That's another thing too. And I almost read that as Veer Mahan for some reason, but Vince McMahon is the biggest heel in wrestling history. I agree, and I've just got this idea in my mind from an action figure video I saw. What if Jeff Hardy was in
No.
the? No, his heel run in 2011 sucked.
Nobody else needs to be in Judgment Day.
I,
Besides JD.
Yeah, that's about it. I was going to name him. But Brock Lesnar will win because Brock Lesnar lost 3 SummerSlams in a row. Now,
Ugh.
Cody needs to go over, bro. I'm telling you. And I'm going for Ricochet over Logan Paul. He needs to, I agree. I agree. I would not be mad if Ricochet won.
Roman's beating Jey Uso. I'm not even gonna put nothing on that. I already know
Burn him.
that's
Burn
for sure.
him. Burn him.
And then freaking Bianca, Charlotte, and Asuka. I really want Asuka, but we all know Woo is gonna take the title.
Doesn't that make you so happy?
No, it makes me just bro. I watched SummerSlam 2018. She beat Becky and took her moment in a triple threat. We go to SummerSlam 2021. It was Nikki Cross as the superhero versus Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. Guess who won the title?
Charlotte.
Spoiler alert, Charlotte. That was
Do you miss
two.
Nikki ASH?
Yeah, that was the jobber Nikki when she was a superhero.
Jobber? She became the women's champion.
Yeah, I don't care about that time. Now she won as Nikki Cross, that's different. But that superhero shit sucked.
What?
Yeah, it was garbage, bro.
Why do you hate all the things I like?
I'm sorry, bro, but yeah, she won that too. I'm telling you, bro, Charlotte's gonna win that title one more time and be a 15-time champion, unfortunately.
And then you hear it going around, woo!
And I'm gonna go,
And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn won't beat her at SummerSlam. The fans are going to be mad. They don't have any matches at SummerSlam. It's a ripoff. I know Sami Zayn sucks, but the fans will be angry.
Kevin Owens is injured, and I also hear he's supposedly retiring within a year.
Bro, how would you feel about that? No more Kevin Owens.
No, man. The dude's still so good. Like, we need more of KO. But Sammy,
See, I agree, and I just feel like they've wasted their tag title run.
yeah, Sammy and KO, they need to just drop the titles. I feel, give it to someone else. Let KO go back as a heel because Sammy right now is just not doing it. Go put the pills down and let's just work
Oh!
Angle.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
That's funny.
Bro, Perky was doing 65 Vicodin a day in 2006. 65. Like, bro, that's crazy. I just seen a picture with him with a beard on Instagram, and I was like, oh no.
Bro, oh my gosh. You suck.
You suck. I hope Braun Strowman, Biggie, and Randy Orton comes back at SummerSlam.
I hope Big E comes back. I will be happy for Big E or Randy return. Or even
Oh,
Braun.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome, bro. And imagine if Bobby Roode comes back.
I did hear he might be he's actually going to be at the show. I think I did see a report saying that he's going to be there. I don't know if it's true, but that'd be
Now,
awesome.
this is not a lie. Bray has had, at least against Randy, has had the worst WrestleMania matches.
That's their fault though. They're booking. They booked this dude to fail.
Bray Wyatt sucks. I don't think he sucks, but I do agree he's had the worst WrestleMania matches ever. He's a good wrestler, but he needs to change his character, just like Undertaker did. I've never been a fan of Bray Wyatt. He comes back and forth.
Bray's great, man, but they fucked him over so many different times.
And see, so Devin, I read this earlier. I don't think Jeff should ever be a part of the Judgment Day. I love Jeff, don't get me wrong. But I will never forget the heel run in 2011 with the purple title that he made. You remember that ugly piece of shit? I hated heel Jeff Hardy. And not in the sense of like I want to boo him. It was more probably because of how he was hanging up at the time. But I just kind of felt sorry.
Yeah, but another match we have is Seth Rollins, Finn Balor for the world title, and I got Finn Balor to win, but I got a feeling Priest is gonna cash in and start a feud with Balor, or something's gonna happen. But Balor hopefully is gonna win the title.
I just think it would be funny if fucking Balor lost and then Priest cashes in immediately after Finn lost, and then fucking he pins Seth, and then the next week on Raw, Finn's all pissed off and he goes, "What? Are you mad I did what you couldn't?"
I could see it happening, bro. Either of those, to be honest. But I really want Finn to have his moment. But I just have a feeling Priest will be a prick and try to take it.
Well, see, Finn, you got to earn moments. You know what I mean, bro?
Well, he won a Money in the Bank, so he did earn it.
Priest deserves it, but I'm talking about Finn Balor.
Well, Finn Balor does deserve it, bro. He's busted his ass. He's a too sweet.
Yeah, ever guys and girls bust her ass.
He deserves it, bro. He deserves his flowers. Finn Balor is one of the best to go. I hope Kevin Owens won't retire. Will be horrible. He's still in his prime. I love Kevin Owens. His best year is 2015 and 2019. I agree, Jordan. KO had one of the best years in 2015, beating John Cena at his debut pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber. Had great feuds with them. Had great feuds with AJ. Had great feuds with Shane. Had great feuds with Sammy. Had great feuds with tons of other guys. And now I hope he's not retiring, but if he does, it was a great run. He's had some great moments, but I really hope he goes heel.
Whew. Well, I agree with you 100%. That one hurt.
No. Nobody needs to join the Judgment Day. I'm sorry, Jordan.
I think Cross would be good in it because he's never going to do shit on his own. And and if Undertaker in his prime was a part of the Judgment Day, he would be the most important thing about it. Same with Bray Wyatt. Like, Bray Wyatt would be cool in a Judgment Day. But then they would try to turn it into something like, spooky, horror filmed and all that. Like, you might see, like, Finn Balor shooting magical powers out his hands and stuff.
God.
Like,
Thank you.
He wanted to do it with Edge. And that's why Edge was kicked out in Judgment Day, because he fucking said no. It was a stupid idea.
I don't blame him, bro. Stupid idea from a dumb creative. All that's gone now. You know who said that?
Triple H.
Chris Jericho on the first AEW, or no, the second AEW, when he's like, he said something about the We the People character, and he's like, it was a dumb idea from dumb creative, but that's all gone now. I remember that when he said that. But look at their creative is just as bad at times.
Oh, I agree, but fucking, they were right.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope Randy Orton is doing all right.
Me too.
Same, bro. Too. There was rumors about retirement and shit, and now he might be coming back. He might not. I hope he does, but I don't know what's going on, man.
I hope he's doing good, man. I hope he comes back. But another great moment.
Yo, what up, brother?
What's up?
Let's see. Karrion Kross needs to be the WWE champion.
Owens.
Oh, Kevin Owens. I was about to laugh at this so hard, but I do like Kevin Owens.
Karrion Kross deserves it too. You watch yourself.
Right. And Dolph Ziggler deserves to win the Royal Rumble.
He does.
Okay.
He does. Mr. Ziggles. Yes, sir.
Oh, God. You are a funny guy.
No, see, Jordan, I love you, brother, but no, nobody needs, no Cody, no Bray, no Cross. Leave them stay alone. I love it how it is, but Vince is going to do something to fuck it up.
Oh, and what if Cody was in the Judgment Day?
No.
He could have black hair and a purple suit. Oh, that would be awesome. You would get the best pro wrestler on planet Earth in the Judgment Day.
Dumb idea from dumb creative.
Yeah, well, Joe, I know, I forgive you. You thought Finn Balor deserved to be champion.
He does.
Dumb idea from dumb creative, bro.
No,
yeah.
That's actually a legit, because Finn Balor has worked his ass off. And it's been treated like
shit. You know what? Everybody else has too. Get in line. And Brandon, you dissed Karrion Kross. It's so funny. And bro, that's because he fucking sucks. The best thing about his character is his entrance and his fucking wife. That's it. Like, you think anybody fucking cared about Karrion Kross when he was on his own? No. You know why? Because there was nothing interesting about Karrion Kross on his own.
Can we agree on one thing, though? LA Knight deserves to be at freaking the winner.
Yeah.
At the...
LA Knight's the #1 merchandise seller in WWE. LA Knight actually fucking can cut good promos and get the crowd over. LA Knight's actually a really good wrestler.
Guess who's not going to win? Guess who's not going to win on Saturday? LA Knight. Somehow he's going to get eliminated by Sheamus. Or someone's going to fuck him over, and we're all going to get screwed in it.
And did you see Vince laughing his ass off? He's like, "Fuck you, pal! You wanted LA Knight. You got LA Knight. Yeah, he fucking lost, pal."
It's just, I really hope LA Knight wins, bro. He's my one pick. There's no one else in that match that needs to win. If he gets eliminated, expect Detroit, Michigan to boo.
Oh, either way, it's a nothing match. That fucking Slim Jim Battle Royal does not mean shit.
And LA Knight's in it, unfortunately.
Right. So let's be honest. Win or lose, what does winning a Slim Jim Battle Royal do for you next week on Raw?
Nothing. Or SmackDown.
Exactly.
Nothing.
And that's my point. So to me, I look at this and I go, okay, well, win or lose, it doesn't fucking matter. Anybody can win this match. It don't fucking matter.
I agree. It just
And you said it yourself. Go back to Cesaro with the Andre the Giant. He was the first Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. He got nothing out of that.
for real.
And see, Randy Orton needs to face Walter, or Randy Orton versus Finn Balor, or Randy Orton versus Kenny from AEW.
I'll take any of those.
Randy versus Kenny would fucking kick ass.
Randy and Walter, bro.
Woo. Oh,
that's a match I need to see.
Too. And like honestly, all those would be good. And I love
you too, brother.
And JoJo, you hate everything if it doesn't involve AEW.
That's such a lie, but all right.
Yeah, well, it's not in this sense. He has hated everything from WWE that's not LA Knight. All right.
I'm sorry, the company sucks.
Right, that's not your fault. The company does suck. He acknowledges the Bloodline is the best thing on SmackDown, and he likes Mommy Rhea Ripley. He wants to go deep down on her. And you know, so there's a few things he likes about WWE. And fucking, hey, no, he said Walter too. Oh, but JoJo is more of an AEW guy. There's no doubt about that.
I love all wrestling. I'm gonna call that shit out too. I call AEW out all the time.
Oh, I know you do.
All the time.
Joe, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't. I know you call out AEW. I know you call out WWE. And I know the text messages that no one will ever see. But fucking, if you have to agree, you are more of a fan of AEW than you are current day WWE. No doubt about that.
Yeah, I agree to that, but I'm not gonna like if WWE does good, I'm gonna say it. Like,
no, I'm not saying that here's AEW's dick and you're gulping on it.
No, see, that's not me. I'm telling you, bro. AEW has done plenty of shit, bad, including the women's division, and I have shit on it on our page, especially on our Instagram page. I've left long messages about it.
How many times for months, bro, did you come on here? Where's the House of Black? Where's Serena Deeb?
Where's Miro? Where's Andrade? Where's all these people? Like, trust me, I talk bad about them too when they deserve it.
It's just so happens that right now they're doing a little better than WWE. In which I like WWE too. I don't like current day WWE. I'll be the first to say it. I do not like the current day WWE. Now, do I hate it as much as JoJo does? Hell no. I think JoJo's probably the most pissed off person besides JD from New York when it comes to the WWE. But at the same time, I do prefer AEW in a lot of ways. And it's simply for the fact that I always liked hardcore wrestling. And so when you get matches like, for example, Blood and Guts this past year, it makes me happy.
I just, like I said, man, I know there's times I do favor AEW, and I'll admit it. It's just, they just do things that I'm more happy about. Like, the stories were becoming more exciting, like with the Jericho Appreciation Society, and then the Jericho and Don Callis stuff, the freaking MJF Adam Cole. Now it's Roddy with the Kingdom. Like, there's so much shit going on that I'm just more invested with.
All right, let me ask you this: what are you invested in the WWE? If you had to honestly say everything that you can say that's not that bad.
Bloodline, and then whatever LA Knight's doing. Depending, it's mainly Bloodline. Like, that's the biggest thing that's going on in that company. And I watch the programs every week, so I would know.
So for me, it's Bloodline, LA Knight, Judgment Day. The rest, I
like the Judgment Day as well, but I just feel at times they're just
losers.
They're on everything now. It's like I'm watching like Raw, SmackDown. They're on every TV show. And
there's a reason to that. And fucking, so like I said, the best three things I can tell you about WWE: Judgment Day, Bloodline, LA Knight.
I agree. But honestly, the Judgment Day's up there a little bit. But LA Knight, if he would just be booked better, he would be the biggest thing probably. But
all right here. All right, let's go to this. LA Knight should have won the Fatal 4-Way.
I agree. He should have won Money in the Bank. He should have won back at he should have been at Backlash when the crowd wanted him. He should have been at Night of Champions when the crowd wanted him. Now he's supposed to be at SummerSlam. I want him to win, but do I expect him to actually win this match? Hell no.
No.
He'll be the 5th eliminated somehow. He'll trip out of the ring by Shit Row. One of those guys.
And see my point exactly. When Jordan mentions an AEW guy and JoJo agrees. Well, there was two WWE guys he agreed with too.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not I favor at times with AEW only because I do enjoy it more. I'm honest at times. I always say when AEW does wrong, but I also will say when they do great. The same with WWE. The same with Impact. I literally always say, the last couple of weeks I was saying negative things about Impact, and now I'm back to saying good things because it was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
The same with like when wrestling's good, I'm gonna say good things. When it's bad, I'm gonna say
bad.
Yeah, like it's the same thing with anything.
There's a lot of kiss ass suck dick YouTube channels. You can go find them with the click of a button. JoJo has not be that. Now, if JoJo is hopping on the AEW train, then he'll ride that train out. If he's riding on the WWE train, he'll ride that train out. Honestly, I think with everything that's happened since probably about 2018, he just got hopped off the train.
You should always be honest about what is good and what's not good. Like in anything, a movie, a TV show, your favorite TV show. Like, I want to be honest with our people, our fans.
Right. Look what Jordan said.
I love WWE, but WWE sucks. AEW is winning. And see, I agree with you, Jordan. I do think WWE now sucks, but back in the day, like years ago, like I'm even saying 2014, 2013, I was enjoying it so much more. And now it's like I can't do 3 hours, man. It needs to go back to 2.
Oh no, 3 hours be toxic sometimes.
It's so hard to watch that 3rd hour, bro, because I just don't care.
Vacant, what's up, brother?
What's up, Vacant?
And you will know, you know. Oh, you would know, you know. I would know, I know what.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my Mick Foley in his prime versus Finn Balor as Judgment Day. Mick Foley would whip his ass.
Agree.
And do you know that? Oh wait, what? Oh wait, God damn it! What the fuck? All right. Do you know that I know that you know that he knows that we know by knowing? We actually don't know anything, but no, LA Knight will win at SummerSlam. You know,
That's
right. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen at SummerSlam. You're gonna hear everybody saying LA Knight,
and then he's gonna rip out of the ring, and we're all gonna boo. Whoever wins that match is gonna get booed if it's not the megastar. If it's not LA Knight.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Yeah. Talk to me. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah.
What? Yeah. What? Yeah. Like, bro, just imagine that Stone Cold LA Knight in a promo.
Oh,
what?
I want that.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
And I love AEW and WWE. I love WWE the most because WWE being around since 1985. But well, they were around before that. But AEW is killing it. WWE doesn't care anymore. That's I agree with.
Truth, bro. They do not care. Like
WWE. Look, WWE has became an empire. They're not going nowhere. They've established their place in the world. They will never go anywhere. So they don't have to try. AEW has only been around since 2019. They're still making their mark on the world. And that's something, and that's the difference. That's the difference. Oh, and y'all need to make short videos or funny moments while live with all of us. I agree. That would be fun.
Yeah.
There is some funny shit that gets done a lot of times that I just think would be fucking hilarious as a short. So I agree. I'd be down for that. And yeah.
I did want to tell you, the ending of Impact had Eric Young driving a Harley, which was a dope ass motorcycle, bro. and he basically is undead now. And he was bleeding, and he got up, drove away, and it was a badass video.
So are you saying he became the American badass?
In a way, bro, like this dude looked badass to end Impact. It wasn't just a match, or it wasn't no match. It was a segment which I enjoy ending shows. Like this was a cliffhanger because I'm excited for what's next.
True, man. Hold on, wait. JoJo, read that one because I think you'll agree.
WWE is not going to change until they are forced to. I agree, man, and they'll probably never be forced to because they just don't care. They do not care. That's not an opinion. That's a fact of life. Yeah.
Well, how about just before Vince is going to be gone for a while. I forgot to tell you this. Vince just had spinal fusion surgery. So he's going to be recovering. But fucking a couple days before his spinal fusion surgery, he had fucking went to court about those rape allegations. And he's trying to claim not guilty.
This dude, man, he's never going to learn. He'll get out of it. Just wait.
Oh, I know he'll get out of it. The man's always got out of it. That's what pisses me off.
He's an evil, evil man.
He's an evil piece of shit, bro.
He really is.
And, whoa! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And WWE is pulling in hella money, so they'll be good. Exactly.
Yeah, they're pulling in money, but...
Like, bro, when Vince retired, their stock went up. When Vince McMahon sold the company for $9 billion, he just became $9 billion richer. Like,
they're making tons of money, which is great, but in the product itself, no.
It's dog shit.
They don't care because it's all about the money. They're getting their paychecks and they're putting out garbage content.
But here's the thing. It doesn't matter because you're still going to tune into it. That's the problem. That's the problem. They will keep producing garbage until you stop tuning in.
But they do listen sometimes. Sometimes. Not most of the time. Sometimes.
Like, shit, you want to get a product pulled off the shelf, don't buy it. You want to get a TV show took it off the air, don't watch it. It's that simple.
Yeah, but like I said, you need honesty out there. So I'm always going to be here regardless if the show's good or not. It needs to be said.
Right, but all I'm just going to say is if it sucks so bad, just don't watch it. If you really want them to change it, they will change it when enough people stop tuning in. And everyone is making money. That's the good thing. I agree. That's the good thing about wrestling right now. Even though there's a lot of it, everybody in the business is making money.
Agree.
And like honestly, you hear guys, Keith Lee talk about how he lived in his car, trying to become a wrestler. I think now with just social media and so many other things, it's actually possible for wrestlers to make a comfortable living.
That's good though. I'm glad they get to have a better life now because of all the wrestling going on, not just WWE.
I agree, and that's what I want to see. Is just people live their dreams and be happy. But in return, I want to be happy as a fan watching the product. You know what I mean? I want to enjoy what I'm watching.
I agree. Like Vacant said, every company has issues.
Oh, I agree, and like Vacant said, AEW is not perfect at all either. I think all of us as fans, we have seen enough in AEW to go, okay, they weren't all they were promised to be. But at least AEW, when they fuck up, they're more likely to admit, hey, I fucked up.
Than WWE.
Exactly. Vince will just straight up tell you, fuck you.
That's why, like I said, bro, that's why I like us being honest. If something is bad, they need to hear it. If something is great, I'll praise it. But it needs to be truthful, 50-50, not just one.
Right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the WWE. I love AEW. I love Impact. I love Tony Khan. Because, honestly, I love AEW's around. Fucking, now sometimes does he piss me off? Yeah. Do I make cocaine jokes with Tony Khan? Absolutely. But fucking, me as a fan, I am grateful for Tony Khan because he has produced a couple of shows that have had the best wrestling matches we've ever seen come outside of WWE.
I agree, brother. I agree.
And, so I mean, that's how I think about it. No company is perfect. But fucking, it's just which one actually cares. You know what I mean? Which one, when they fuck up, say, "Hey, guys, I'm sorry, we fucked up." It's AEW.
And yeah, honestly, or Impact.
Oh yeah, Impact's admitted their fuck. Well, Impact's problem is the people who own Impact. Impact's went bankrupt 6 times,
Yeah, unfortunately.
and see, but the $40 billion, I bet, of AEW. That's how much money they got. Holy
Damn.
shit! And AEW is a perfect. I agree. I agree. And many wrestlers still need to work on. Yes. Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry, but yes, the mic skills and a little less botching.
I agree.
And and their women's division.
For
And
sure, the women's.
so every company has its issues. I agree. And one thing I want out of AEW too, and this is probably going to be the last complaint. I want fucking tag. The thing that turned me on to AEW was the tag team wrestling and it being the best place to watch it.
We need that back.
Yes, we do. That's
Right
what
now,
made
it's not.
AEW special.
It has its moments, but it's not like it was when the Young Bucks came to the show and said they were going to change the tag team division forever. And then, yeah,
You want to know something sad, JoJo?
what's up?
The trios titles were more beloved as an idea than they were when they actually came to be.
What happened to those titles, bro? Like, they feel like not important anymore.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They were more important as an idea
And
than
now it's
being.
just, it's forgotten. Like, I don't know, man. AEW needs to fix a lot, like I said.
I agree, and thank God for sending me on Earth in 1989. Thank you, Jesus, for seeing real wrestling of WWF and WCW in the 90s.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I've always believed that everything happens for a reason. The times that we're born and the times that we die are the good and the bad in our lives. Everything, is all a part of a plan, and this is how people. So this is how people can know that God's got something for you. If you're depressed, man, or some shit like that, and you just feel like God ain't here with you, if God was done with you, you wouldn't wake up today. If you woke up today and you got a breath in your body and you have the opportunity to dream, to think, to go work a job, or to spend time with loved ones, do whatever it is. If you have the ability to live, you have a purpose. God has a purpose for you. Because if He didn't have a purpose with you, you'd be dead.
I agree, brother. Amen.
Amen. And that's why, you got to treat, that's why they call it the present. Because, in any current situation, it's a gift. You know what I mean? Good or bad. Because if it's bad, guess what? Not every L is a loss, it's a lesson. There's something to be learned there. And fucking then in your successes, of course you're going to be happy, but here's why I don't care about our successes and I stop caring about the subscriber count and shit like that. If I give a dog a treat, the dog will smile and be happy. If I give a baby a toy or a bottle, the baby will be happy. So I know when I get what I want, I'll be happy and I will worship God, right? But what about when things are not going bad? I mean, not going good. You know what I mean? When they're not going good and I don't see a way and I'm not getting what I want, that's where a lot of people go, oh, I don't believe in God anymore. I lost my job, or so and so died, or I'm broke. Well, you're still alive. You know what I mean? Like, and I see it like this. And maybe this is fucked up to some people. If you're broke, guess what? Anything lost can be found. If you're lost in here, in your heart, if you are lost, anything lost can be found. You know what I mean? Now, death is another situation that takes time. But guess what? Sometimes when God removes somebody out of your life, whether it be somebody going away or somebody dying, sometimes he's got to get you alone to see that the only person that you need is Him. And
I agree.
to his disciples when he was alive, I have to go. And but don't worry, because when I go, I'm going to send somebody in my place that's going to be a lot better. So guess what he did, Joe? He sent the Holy Spirit after he died. And he knew that if he was still alive and he was still doing miracles, people would only have faith because they could physically see him doing it. But now, if he's still doing miracles and he's still helping people, but we can't physically see it, you're going to believe more. And that's going to lure you to a God that is in heaven rather than one that is on the earth. So he said, it is a gift that I leave and give you the Holy Spirit. So I've had to learn and look at death like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's maybe there's a reason behind it. You know what I mean? There's a purpose behind everything. And sometimes, even when it doesn't make sense, we just got to remember John 13:7. You may not understand now, but later you will. And that just reminds me to be patient in any and all situations. And Venkat is right. And AEW cares, and WWE are saying, who cares? I think it's a little bit of what Venkat is saying here, too. Because we got to remember that they are held hostage, yes, by investors, people like Mattel and, your stockbrokers and all the people that you got to kind of kiss their ass and be happy about because they pour money into your company. It's not like Vince just gets to sit on his dick and decides what he wants to do today. That went away when he made the company public. And, that happened in what, 2002, Joe?
I believe so, yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at 2002 onwards, we kind of watched the WWE spiral. I think the Chris Benoit and the Eddie Guerrero situation back to back didn't help none. But by 2010, WWE died. I'm sorry. This is my honest opinion. And if you want to know what happened to the WWE, this is my honest opinion. When Chris Benoit died, the WWE died. Because let's be honest, it was really downhill from there slowly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just there were some good moments in each year, but yeah, I agree. A lot of it did die. A lot of it did die.
And that breaks my heart, but that is a truth. And it's sad that a guy that literally gave everything to the last day of his life, a guy who would have died for this business is also the guy that kind of killed it in some respects.
Unfortunately, bro. Unfortunately.
And is Bobby Lashley going to win the Royal Rumble? LA Knight or Matt Riddle or The Rock, maybe a Big E? Oh, I would say maybe Big E. And I was awake in my room, blinked once, three titles surrounded my bed, and I couldn't move or yet. Oh, entities and moved around my bed, and I couldn't move or yell. And then I felt something tugging at my spirit, and then I tried fighting it spiritually and realized I couldn't beat. And it did. I called on to God, and it stopped. I didn't believe in the God, and then I started becoming conscious, wiggling my feet, my hands and my feet. Couldn't open my eyes until they left the room. It was creepy, but I wasn't scared, and I'm not the type to fear what I don't understand. So I think there's a very real spirit realm, and a lot of Christians do not notice, but there's a reason that Jesus talked more about hell than he did heaven. And if the book of Enoch had not been removed, you would know exactly where evil spirits come from. All right, and I know a lot of people would debate and say Enoch scriptural or not scriptural, but if you think about it, the oldest Bible on planet Earth is the Ethiopian Bible. It's 3,500 years old. All right, and in that book is the book of Enoch. And if this Bible was there around the time that Jesus was growing up and stuff, and these were the stories they were telling, these are the stories Jesus would have grown up on. So when it talks about how, like, the fallen angels came down to the earth and they slept with human women and created the Nephilim, the giants. and that their souls were not registered in the book of life. They were not meant to be created. They were abominations. And so when the flood happened, and even if you don't believe in the Bible, there's enough there's enough proof to show that a worldwide flood happened. All right, and so when the flood happened and those Nephilim died, like I said, their souls can't go to hell or to heaven. They are not registered in the book of life. They were never meant to be here. So they don't get eternity. So they are stuck here to haunt the earth. And there's more I could get into regarding the book of Enoch. But that's an episode for itself, for sure. Um, and Jesus is real. The devil is real. So special about God. He's real, and about he's God, and the devil ain't nobody. I agree with that. But here's the thing too. So we believe in a spiritual God and a spiritual evil antagonist, Satan. We believe that Satan has a demonic army that is spiritual. We believe that God has an angelic army and a cherubim army, which is spiritual. Heaven and hell and the lake of fire are all spiritual realms, but yet we don't believe in ghosts and spirits as Christians. That's perplexity to me. I believe in the spirits. I believe whether you believe in God or not, good and evil is real. Yes, I agree with you. Good and evil is real, whether you believe or not. And the spirit realm does exist, whether you believe or you don't. But I'm gonna tell you this, y'all, and we are living in the end times, and this is the time to get it right. And I know you've heard this probably long before I came alive. I'm only 22, but I will give you this. In the last 36 months, we have seen more means of cashless transactions than ever before in human recorded history. And then with the US dollar amount depleting from this inflation internationally and causing such a deficit, you have that. And we know that inflation is mentioned in Revelation. We know that the mark of the beast is a technological means of currency without which you cannot buy nor sell. So you must take it in your right hand or your forehead, which means it replaces all other forms of cash. All right. So how about in this pandemic? How many times did you hear there's a coin shortage, a money shortage? Oh, we don't take cash. There's a reason for that. All right. And then if you look in Switzerland, all right, what was a conspiracy theory about RFID chips being in the hand and you can implement to pay for things? Is not a conspiracy theory. 3 years ago on NBC News, they posted a video that you can go and watch of people using their hand instead of cards, and some businesses not taking credit cards. And I found that one to be very interesting and very alarming, because in the book of Revelations it says, "You, my faithful witness, have believed in me, even where my faithful martyr Antipas was where my faithful witness Antipas was martyred." All right, and well, here it is. So Satan dwelleth where Antipas was martyred. If you look up where he was martyred in modern day, it's Geneva, Switzerland. It's also where they got a CERN Hadron Collider 15 miles under the earth. And their goal, which is openly vivid, you can go look it up, by the company themselves, they want to create portals and open up God particles and stuff like that. July the 26th, the U.S. government just declared that we are definitively not alone in the universe. All right, the book of Enoch talks about how fallen angels come down from heaven to the earth, and that they breed with human women. They create the giants, but in return, they also give knowledge, technologies, and shit like that. And we must remember the angels were here before us, thousands of years. And so they watched the creation of the earth, creation of man, and shit like that. Their knowledge of the universe is so vast and more complex to ours that any knowledge from them would be absolute magic. All right. So, and they would be alien beings, beings of light coming down to the earth, because in the Bible they are described as beings of light, and they would come down to the earth, and for wives, they would give technologies and knowledge. And but also the birth pains, right? So it says in the book of Revelations that when we draw closer to the end, it would be birth pains in a mother, first few and far between, but as we get closer to the end, signs will become more rapid. Sicknesses, disease, plagues, famines, earthquakes, natural disasters, wars, and rumors of wars. And so, if you notice birth pains in a mother, the kicks, first are few and far between, but when we get to the end of the pregnancy, the kicks become heavier and more rapid. All right, look at the last 36 months: sicknesses, disease, plagues, famines, earthquakes, natural disasters, wars, and rumors of wars. All right, and then you got to add in the Euphrates River drying up. 2020, this river was filled, and now it is completely dried up. When the river is dried up, it will prepare the way for the kings of the east and their 200 million man army. At the time of writing the scriptures, there was not even 200 million people on the planet. China and India have a 200 million man army, and that is a fact. And so, preparing the way for the kings of the east, but also when that river is dried up, 4 fallen angels will come up and kill a third of humanity. And, if you think about this, so with the vaccine during the pandemic, right? Fucking so many people were told, oh, if you want to get on an airplane, get the vaccine. If you want to go to work or not lose your job, take the vaccine and shit. And fucking so many people gave in to peer pressure. So when a mark of the beast talks about people cannot buy or sell without it, they'll be kicked out of transactional society. We've already been shown and proved we'll do anything to keep our faith. To keep our freedoms. I'm sorry, and that we will do anything to be a part of society. So even people who were not initially wanting the vaccine, they got it. I was one of them. And I know it sounds fucked up that I'm telling you this when I did it, but I got to be honest. All right. And then for years, aliens were not real. They were conspiracy theories. And then July the 26th, 2023, Congress goes and says that we're definitively not alone in the universe. So if I had just told you how about the book of Enoch saying that the fallen angels came down and they were given daughters for exchanging technology and wisdom, and that would have built these first empires and these kingdoms of the old world, right? And we know that similar stories are told in Egyptian, Hindu, Greek mythologies, and stuff like that. All right. Why would it be impossible that when the government stages a hyper realistic alien invasion, and we already know that we worship human beings, and we will take a vaccine just to be a part of normal society, we would definitely worship an alien. And two, if they said this is our new currency system, if you want to be a part of society, you have to get it, we would. And Jesus is the real devil. Oh, wait, what? Jesus is real. The devil is real. Oh, I read that so wrong. I was about to say, bro, what did you just say? Jesus is real. The devil is real. But Jesus is Lord. Only plus God is preaching about hell more than heaven. Hell is cursed and the worst, the most horrible nightmare place ever. I agree. Hell is a place of torment. And Tartarus in hell, if we know our root words for hell and the different meanings of hell, using Tartarus, Hades, and Gehenna, hell is an evil, evil place that humanity was never meant to go. But God is a gentleman. If you say he can't come into your life, he won't. And if you say that he can, he will. And he wanted a relationship with you, and a relationship cannot be forced. It's got to be respected, and I got to give you a choice to love me or to not love me. All right, now, God gave you that choice. Now, there are consequences that come when you disobey him, but that's just like with any parent and your child. You disobey me as your father, There are consequences. Just same with God. All right, but he wanted a relationship with you, so he gave you a choice to choose him or don't choose him. So people do not go to hell because of God. People go to hell because they chose not to obey God. And see, angels and demons are spirits only. Exactly. They are. But how demons came to be are a whole nother story. See, in the book of Enoch, the fallen angels breeded with the human women. They created the giants, the Nephilim. And they were the first lowercase g gods of this world. And we would know them as the Anunnaki, the Greeks, the Egyptians, and stuff like that. They led the world astray. But their mark had been put on the earth, and the earth was defiled by magic, and there was no going back after that point. And so you see these, and the book of Enoch also talks about cross species genetics, miscegenation, and how the fallen angels were creating all these different creatures. Well, here I'll give you this. So we know about more about outer space than we do our own ocean. 91% of ocean life is undiscovered. If Noah preached about a flood that was coming, and Enoch was the way between God, humanity, and everything when he was caught up about this flood coming to the earth, then the fallen angels at the time who were on the earth would have known about the flood. And if they are practicing cross species genetics, you think they would focus on marine life that doesn't die in a flood? And, so I look at that too. And some people might say I'm crazy, and that's fine. But here's the thing with Enoch, even if it was scriptural still, it is not a saving period. So you don't even have to believe in the book of Enoch to go to heaven. You don't have to disagree with the book of Enoch to go to heaven. As long as you believe that Jesus is Lord and that he died on the cross for your sins, the world's sins to be forgiven, and that he is God, and that on the third day he rose up from the dead, and conquering hell and death, and that he established his kingdom in heaven as king forevermore, you will be saved. And oh, whoops. And see, supposedly when the river are dried up, some angels were released. Yes. So the river is not fully dried up, but when the river is fully dried up, 4 fallen angels chained in the abyss are supposed to come out and kill a third of humanity. That is preached in the book of Revelations. Yes, sir. And I always said humans are so smart, we are stupid because we learn so much yet destroy ourselves by acting like curious cats. I agree. Curiosity kills the cat. And also, too, a part of it is we're all set in our ways. I believe in being open minded because, there's truth to everything, but sometimes there can be twist to everything. So we got to discern knowledge, but be open minded that you might be able to learn something. And so even if like for example, if I disagree with somebody, I still want to know what you're talking about, and why I disagree with you, so we can explain it calmly. And if we can't reach a conclusion, then respectfully we can't. But I'm not going to disrespect you because you don't agree with me. That's entitlement. And let's see. Oh, whoops, read that one. And now, what if aliens weren't aliens and are fallen angels? Just thought of that, bro. That's what I'm saying. Because, all right, bro, this isn't the Book of Enoch, and I honestly think it's why it was removed. Because it would have put all the world's religions, all the spirituality beliefs, they're all the same. All originally come from the same spot. All right, so after the creation of the earth, the fallen angels, the watchers, they lusted over human women. They decided to come down and marry wives and interbreed with human women. All right. Now, I think to get their wives, remember their knowledge on the universe. Like I said, they've seen the creation of the planets, the galaxies, the universe, humanity, everything. So their knowledge of the universe is so vastly different that even the slightest bit of knowledge would have been complete magic to us, right? Same as an alien. And we know that angels are taught as beings of light, just like an alien is described, right? So if you have these people saying, yeah, if you give us your daughters, we'll teach you this magic or give you this technology, this power, and they did. And that's all. And then also through cross species genetics, there's a reason why Moses said, any fish that does not have scales or fins is an abomination to you. I think if Noah was preaching about the flood, I think the fallen angels knew about the flood. And so in the book of Enoch, where it's talking about miscegenation, I think that the fallen angels were creating their own creations, playing God. Okay, and because of these abominations, God flooded the earth. And we know that Noah was told to take 6 clean animals and two unclean animals. Well, the unclean animals, I would have to assume, are abominations. And so, that's just me. And once again, you're not going to get this in the American Bible. This is from the Ethiopian Bible, the oldest Bible in the world, 3,500 years old. And if I see an alien, I want to freestyle battle it. Oh, bro, you would win. You would win. And see. Now, what if aliens weren't alien? Oh, wait, I read that one. Apologize. When the rapture comes, the Illuminati going to say we aliens took humans, only not Jesus. And all right. So I want you to think about this. People seeing that to get on an airplane and stuff, they'll take a vaccine, even if it compromises their freedom. And we already worship and adore humans. We watch fucking movies and sports and get engulfed in the lives of human beings when we ourselves are human. So if an alien came down to this earth and said, hey, listen to me, I will give you peace, prosperity, I will unite the governments, I will do this and that, and all you got to do is listen to me. I bet you people would do it. So to me, the government's not just going to come out and say aliens are real and then nothing happened. Like, think about that. Why the fuck am I going to tell you aliens are real as the U.S. government and then nothing fucking happened? That's just stupid. Like, come on now. Something's going to happen. And I think that the government would stage a hyper realistic alien invasion, and this beast system would come from them after promising a false peace, which the Bible says would happen. So things are going to get really good before they get really bad. Just like Hitler didn't go into full power until he had all of Germany in his hands. Same is going to be with these fallen angels in the world. And aliens are fake. There's no air in outer space. God bless you all. Jordan, who says an alien breathes human air? If there are different beings, they might have a different setup than us. Just like, all right, that's like saying a fish doesn't exist because a fish breathes underwater and, they can't breathe air. Or to them, humans don't exist because humans can't breathe underwater. You know what I mean? So maybe outer space is a different atmosphere. And this is why I'm just saying keep your mind open. But now, like I said, I personally believe that things are more spiritual than they are physical. And if these are spiritual beings, right? And guess what? You don't need a body. You don't need a body. And God created hell for Satan and his angels. Yes, sir. Not for men. But men turned on God and chose to go to hell. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Satan is, no. So that's not scriptural. So if you look at where Antipas was martyred in the book of Revelations, it says that's where Satan's throne dwelleth. Modern day, where Antipas was martyred, is Geneva, Switzerland. It would not be Russia. And the first day of Earth, I was there. The last day of Earth, I was there. Because he was vacant. And Jesus will come back riding his horse. Yes, sir. Jesus is coming back. And he's coming back soon. And y'all got to be prepared for this. And this is why I'm telling you this. This is not a part of the show. This is not me playing like I normally am. This is me being 100% with you. Jesus is coming back. And he is coming back for his people and to clean the world of evil. Repent now while repentance is still available. All right? And I just want to give y'all this because a lot of people don't know this. So we know that a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are a day. All right? And so I'm going to give y'all the Hosea prophecy. So 30 AD to 1030 AD is day one. 1030 to 2030 AD is day two. 2030 to 3030 AD is day three. All right? Jesus said that when the shepherd is shook, the sheep will scatter. All right? After his death, 40 years later, the children of Israel lost their nation for 1900 years. Day two, he says, on the second day, my people will revitalize their nation. All right? And now, in the Jewish culture, the day ends at sunset, not nighttime. So it can't be 2030, but it's got to be at the sunset of the second day. 1948, Israel becomes a nation again. All right? And here's the cool thing. There are 1948 years between Adam and the father of the Jewish faith, Abraham. All right? And then he said, on the third day, I will come up and gather my people. So while I cannot tell you the day or the hour, I can tell you the season, and the season is upon us. So just be ready and don't be deceived. All right? And no air in outer space. That's why we can't, as human beings, yes, we can't float around. So I like to use this analogy, Jordan, and maybe this might make sense to you. All right. So we as human beings, right? We know we have a soul. We have a spirit inside us. All right. Now imagine this. Your soul is the driver, and your flesh, your body, that's just a car. All right. So just because you totaled a car doesn't necessarily mean that the driver is gone. So just because we die, this flesh dies, doesn't mean that we die. Because we know that hell is for eternity. Heaven is for eternity. All right? And we know that angels are spirits. We know that demons are spirits. And we know that God and Satan are spirits. And we know that we are spiritual beings. All right? So, who says that we can't survive in outer space without the human body? We can survive in the spirit. And the devil is from, no, that's not in the Bible, brother. It's not biblical. In the book of Revelations, Satan's throne dwelleth where Antipas was martyred. It would not be Russia. I promise. And Jesus is king of love. The greatest love ever. He's the real superhero from the comic book. He's more than love. I can't even explain it. God is everything, man. God is everything. And, you know, it's sad because a lot of non-believers will never know God. And it's not because they disagree with the God of the Bible. They disagree with how they see Christians acting. And we know that a falling away of the church will happen. And we know that Satan masquerades as an angel of light. All right? So, same with believers. All right? Or believers. All right? The so-called Christians. And they make butts of themselves. And they make people hate Christianity. And, you know, Jesus did not like religion. The religious arrested him and the Romans killed him. And then if you think about it, the biggest church out of his death is the Roman Catholic Church. And they're the only religion in the world to have a small country. And, you know, there's more I could get into. I honestly don't have the time tonight. But all I'm going to say is this, my friends. If you have not repented, repent. For the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and God is coming back. All right? And I want you guys to be saved when you can, when the time is available, because eventually the call for repentance will draw near. So I pray for all of you in Jesus' mighty name. And with that said, your soup is the engine, the body is the shell. Soul, not soup. Your soul is the engine, and the body is the shell. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, brother. The soul is the engine, and the body is the shell. So the soul keeps the soul is still going, even without the body, and that's the craziest thing, man. And that's why I wish more Christians would believe in the spiritual realm. I don't know how you can believe in a spiritual God and not believe in a spiritual realm. That's beyond me. Um, but, like I said, there will be more discussion about this because I've seen a lot of stuff in the last 3 years I cannot unsee that God has shown me. And, I play a character on here and talk about wrestling and have fun with you guys. But I promise God that if you let me make it, I'm going to tell everybody it was you and it was him. And I also have to tell you that he's coming back. All right? See, we must pay attention to God, not humans. Most humans pay attention to humans, not that God's the problem. Exactly. Pay attention to God. And now you can know the signs. I want you to know the signs. But focus on Jesus. Because Jesus said the reason the end comes like a thief in the night is because if the man of the house knew which hour the thief would come, his house would not have been robbed. But because he was not prepared, his house was taken over. And so you see, if we are ready for the Lord's return, it won't come like a thief in the night because we'll be ready. But for those who are unready, it will happen in an instant, in the twinkling of an eye. And the soul can die. The soul can't die. The body can. Exactly. And there's a scripture about this, and I have it written in a notebook. And it says that do not fear man, which can kill the body, but not kill the soul. But fear him who can kill both the soul and the body in hell. All right. So fear God, not man, because all man can do is kill this, right? That's all they can do is kill the flesh. They can't kill the spirit. Only God can. All right? And so this is why we as Christians need to know that persecutions are coming. All right? And we will be killed for our faith. Just like it was with the first Christians, that so will it be with the last. So just be prepared, my friends. Be prepared. And with that said, God bless you. God be with you. And may God guide you along the next coming years. In Jesus' name, I pray for each and every one of us. Amen. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, whoops. I didn't even find it. What the fuck? Good night, brother. Good night, brother. I love you, man. God bless you. Jordan, I love you. God bless you. Anybody watching, I love you. God bless you. And hey, what's up? Not much, brother. What's up? You came at the end of the video, but I hope you're doing well. And Jesus is too awesome. Amen. There we go. Peace out. Good night.